We're just so filled with evil and negativity. That's all we have for each other, you know, and we don't want to admit it either. We'll be the first ones to say we need to stop hating each other. And right after we say that, we'll go outside and hate on another black person. You know, we all feel that we're the exception to the rule, and none of us are the exceptions to the rule. If you did not know what Black America was going through, if you did not know what Black America was going through, you would not know looking at black people. We don't show no evidence that we're at war. We show no evidence that we are at war. Go outside and look what Negroes are doing. Smoking weed, partying, shopping. You would not know that our children are catching the hell that they catch. You would not know that we don't own hardly anything. You would not know that there's a police genocide problem, because black people are totally interested in ignoring their problems as a way to make them go away.
And how do we live this? What do we do as black women sort of having a support group? You know, what do we do?
Well, we need unity, but unity is difficult because black people aren't interested in being black people. We have a transracial consciousness where our biggest strategy for dealing with racism, and this has been for our 400 years under British North American oppression, our biggest strategy has been to try to get white people not to see us as black. It's a ridiculous strategy. It is a suicidal strategy, but that's what we do. We believe we can deal with racism by trying to convince white people that although our skin is black, we're not black. We also try to eliminate our problems by not thinking about them. We are very dysfunctional because we hate who we are. We don't like how we're treated, but our problem is not with racism. Our problem is with the treatment that racism gives us. Black people don't have a problem with white people being in charge. Most black people want white people in charge. Most black people would not function effectively unless it's white people telling them what to do. So it's going to be difficult to get out of this because although we are in a fight for our lives, we don't care about nobody else but ourselves. We're totally individualistic. Black people have no nationalist mindset whatsoever. We don't have a nation mindset. Everyone in America has a nation mindset. Arabs have a nation mindset. European Jews have a nation mindset. East Indians have a nation mindset. Anglo-Saxons have a nation mindset. Chinese have a nation mindset. Slavery obliterated the black man and woman's nation mindset. We don't have a nation mindset. Very few black people wake up saying, what can I do to improve my people today? Very few of us. And most of us were raised with a very selfish Islam and a very selfish Christianity that said the only people you should care about is people who pray like you. So, you know, when I was raised Muslim, we never had a conversation in a mosque about what we can do for the black community. Never. In fact, anybody who brings up black consciousness in the Philadelphia Masjid will be repudiated. They don't want to hear nothing about no black pride, nothing about no black culture. But at the same time, they will imitate the hell out of Arabs. They want to talk like Arabs, walk like Arabs, dress like Arabs, eat like Arabs. They don't want their own culture, but they will love someone else's. So again, as long as we are not interested in being who we are, you're not going to solve this problem. And, you know, every black person thinks they're the exception to the rule. And that's another problem we have. So many black people think white people are going to see me as different. We have this sick mindset that says I'm the exception. There are no exceptions. White supremacy accounts for everybody. You know, so we need the unity, but there's so much self-hatred. I mean, there's nothing but self-hatred. I was in Chicago last week at the Culture Connection. Beautiful question and answer session we had there. But there was a coon, a hating ass dude from the conscious community who came into the Q&A, and he Facebook lived it. I didn't know this. And he told people on the Facebook Live that he spoke to me and I didn't speak back, which wasn't true. I never even noticed him speaking to me. In fact, he didn't speak to me. He lied. He did not speak to me. But someone said he claimed he gave me a salute or something like that. Now, why he would think I was thinking about him when I'm trying to engage my Chicago family is beyond me. And then he also posted another comment about how I called Brother Kaz, one of the elders there, how I called him an elder, which I did because he's my elder. And that was a title of respect that I gave him. You know, he didn't take it offensively, neither did I, because it was a title of respect. But just to show you how much hate we're filled with, here's a perfectly positive event, and some coon from the conscious community who considers himself a conscious leader or whatever comes into my event and starts some negativity like that. Now, I don't like the guy. You know, he's always saying little disrespectful things. I'm not going to call his name because he's, you know, he's a nobody to me, you know, but I will tell him this. I didn't like what you did. And I'm going to ask you, don't ever do that again. He knows who I'm talking to. But we're just so filled with evil and negativity. That's all we have for each other, you know, and we don't want to admit it either. We'll be the first ones to say we need to stop hating each other. And right after we say that, we'll go outside and hate on another black person. You know, we all feel that we're the exception to the rule, and none of us are the exceptions to the rule, you know, and that's why for me, the children are the solution. The children are the solution. Because I believe only if we effectively educate the children can we begin to bring an end to this. Because the mentality of today's African American is toxic. We are a toxic people. We are absolutely toxic. You can't find another people whose children are catching the hell that our children are catching, who would ignore it and consider to spend and continue to spend their money on cars, clothes, hair, vacations, nightclubs, music. If you did not know what Black America was going through, if you did not know what Black America was going through, you would not know looking at black people. We don't show no evidence that we're at war. We show no evidence that we are at war. Go outside and look what Negroes are doing. Smoking weed, partying, shopping. You would not know that our children are catching the hell that they catch. You would not know that we don't own hardly anything. You would not know that there's a police genocide problem, because black people are totally interested in ignoring their problems as a way to make them go away. It is absolutely sick, you know, and I really just believe that this war couldn't have came at a worse time. This war couldn't have come at the worst time, because you're dealing with the worst, mentally worse African American. But I want to get off the soapbox because I know we got some other callers on there. But
I do. And whoever that is, mute your phone. Like, really?
I know. They never mute the phones. No problem, sister.
Love, Simone. I say all the good things that the Most High brings you. Thank you.
Thank you.